So from what it looks like Drake and Kendrick Lamar might actually drop on the same day. Now, if you don't know, Drake is expected to drop on Valentine's Day with Party Next Door. Him and Party Next Door have a collaboration album coming out on February 14th, of Valentine's Day. And this is something that he's been promoting for a long time. He's been going on Instagram, everywhere he can go to promote this album. He's even taken shots at Joe Budden. Yes, he's even got into a confrontation with Joe Budden to promote this album. They both went back and forth. Joe Budden actually did a podcast recently, and it's speculated that Drake had brought up this issue with Joe Budden so that way he could talk about the album on his podcast, which was something him and his co-host were saying. Oh, he knew we were going to pod today. He knew we were going to do this and that, right? So they thought that Drake was bringing all this up so that way they could talk about the album. Just another way for Drake to promote this album, really pushing the line here for this Party Next Door collab that they got coming on Valentine's Day. And I knew that that was a play. I knew that this was his way to promote this album. But another thing that I started to realize after covering the information with Anthony Mackie and his new movie was that Anthony Mackie had actually spilled the beans, and there could potentially be a new track that Kendrick Lamar is set to release on Valentine's Day as well. Because this movie, it says here, Kendrick Lamar to release new music for Captain America movie, Anthony Mackie reveals. Now, this comes from this interview that he had did, and he said, I hope that wasn't a surprise or nothing. So that right there leads people to believe that it's a surprise because it's a brand new track. But given his comments about spoiling the surprise, it appears he's talking about a brand new song. A lot of people think it's N95. It's not N95 because even in this interview, he clearly states it's the title song.
Kendrick did the title song for my movie. That's not supposed to be a surprise. No. Kendrick did the title song for my movie. That's not supposed to be a surprise.
And I'm gonna show you right here what a title song is. A title song is a song that has the same name as the album or film it appears on. So it can't be N95 because N95 was a song that was played in this Captain America commercial when it first came out. That can't be the case because if that was the case, the song already has a title and it's not the same title as the movie. A title song, which Anthony Mackie says, has the same name of the film. So what are the chances, right, that Kendrick Lamar drops a song called Captain America? I'm just spitballing here. But from what it looks like and from what's been reported, it looks like Anthony Mackie had revealed that Kendrick Lamar is set to release new music for his movie that's coming out when? That's coming out when? None other than Valentine's Day. Captain America, Brave New World will be playing exclusively in theaters as of Valentine's Day, February 14th, 2025. The same time that Drake is promoting his album with Party Next Door, set to come out for Valentine's Day as well. So there is a slight chance that these two artists that have been going at it for a whole year, that they might drop on the same day, on Valentine's Day. Now, Valentine's Day is supposed to be a day for love, but it looks like it might be a day for battle. Now, this might be the case because of Anthony Mackie spilling the beans like that. It might have been under wraps this whole time. We'll keep it alleged because the movie's not out yet, and we don't know if there's actually a new song by Kendrick Lamar. But by reports, it looks like that actually might be the case, bro. And I didn't even know this movie was going to come out on Valentine's Day, bro. The fact that that movie's coming out the same time that Drake is dropping his album, that's insane, bro. And that's something that I did not expect to play or happen. And it made me think, well, why is Drake going at Joe Budden? He could have got at Joe Budden any given time. Instead of getting at LeBron, because LeBron didn't do anything, he could have got at Joe Budden around that same time. But instead of getting at, he could have gotten at anybody at any time. Why are you getting at somebody around the same time you're expected to drop an album? Most likely because you want to promote this album. Now, I don't think that Drake knows that Kendrick was going to drop some music on Valentine's Day. I'm pretty sure he did not expect that to happen at all. And the way that this song is coming out, this potential song, if it is a song that's coming out, the way that it's coming out, you really wouldn't expect it. I mean, Anthony Mackie is the one that gave us a clue. I didn't think that Anthony Mackie would give us a clue about new music from Kendrick Lamar at all. So the fact that this information came from somebody that's actually in the know with this film just led me to believe that this might be a situation where we're going to get Drake, where he drops his music, which is a collaboration album with Party Next Door, and where Kendrick might drop a new song or some new music as well. And this is going to be an interesting turn of events if that happens to be true. Valentine's Day is 2 days from now as this video is being recorded. We know the collaboration album was something that Drake has been pushing for 2 months. He's been pushing this album for 2 months. He's been talking about this album. He's been, really going out his way to let people know that this album is coming up. When it comes to sharing videos online, when it comes to him sharing it on his Instagram account, where he also got at Joe Budden on that plot twist account. This is also where he was promoting some of the videos, as well as on his Twitter. Like, he's really been trying to push this album. But I don't think that Drake knew that Kendrick had some music cooking up on Valentine's Day. The fact that Kendrick might drop the same day that Drake might drop, it got me hyped, bro, because what are the chances that this could have happened? Do you think that, what are the chances that this movie that could have Kendrick's music in it would drop the same day that Drake decides to drop his album? But the album that Drake drops, nobody's really expecting like a diss track, or nobody's really expecting him to drop a track that's going to diss somebody. You know what I mean? Like, it's most likely going to be some type of R&B album. People are saying like he's getting back in his Take Care bag. He's getting back in his R&B bag, his melodies. Like, that's kind of the lane that people think that he's going to take with this album. But what are the chances, that he actually tries to diss somebody on the album? I really don't think that's the case. But like, what are the odds that these two artists that were beefing are going to drop on the same day in different circumstances? You got Drake dropping a collaboration album with P&D. You got Kendrick releasing new music with Marvel for their new movie. It's definitely two circumstances that aren't the same. Kendrick didn't give a release date. He didn't really do anything like that. It's the movie with a release date and with the music that he potentially could have made. Keep it a legend. But Drake for sure has been promoting this shit. And I know for sure that this is what it's going to come down to. I think Drake might release his stuff. Kendrick might release his stuff on the same day. And it's going to go tit for tat. People are going to react to it. Oh, Kendrick just released this for a movie. Drake just released this for an album. Let's hear them both. You know what I mean? Like, I wonder what's going to be said. I mean, I'm sure that the song that Anthony Mackie is talking about, like I said, is a title song. So it's a song that has the name as the album or film it appears on. What are the chances that the song's name is Captain America? Now, in my last video, I said it could be the GNX snippet. And the only reason why I say that is because we never really got the official name for it. People call it Bodies. People call it Tiramisu. Like, people don't even know the real name of the song. You get what I'm trying to say? Now, but what if it's a whole different song that he gives us for the making of this movie? Like, what are the possibilities of that? It looks like we're going to get these two artists that beef with each other to release music on the same day on Valentine's Day. Allegedly. We'll keep it alleged. But I'll definitely be looking into this for Valentine's Day. It's going to be a very interesting situation if this ends up being 100% true. But I'm tapped in, man. I'm tapped in. I'm definitely tapped into the situation. I'm going to go check out the movie. I'm going to see if there's any diss track. I have to go watch this movie in theaters now just to see if there's a new song by Kendrick Lamar. I'm pretty sure I could wait after the fact. Like, I could wait after the movie's over and after people seen it and wait for the blogs to post it. But it would be cool to go and see this movie in real time and be surprised to hear a new Kendrick track. Like, that would be crazy. And like I said, back to the people in the last video, they said, oh no, it's N95. N95 doesn't have the name that resembles the film. And that's what Anthony Mackie had called it in his interview. He had said straight up, like, oh, that's the title song for my movie. And then he says it's a surprise. Just like Hip Hop DX had posted, they said Kendrick Lamar, new music because of what he said. But given his comment about spoiling the surprise, it appears he was talking about a brand new track. So we'll go ahead and we'll wait and see. If I'm right, I'm right. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But either way, it got me excited. I'm hyped to see what's going on. I'm hyped to see how this all goes down. Waiting 2 days from now, 48 hours, maybe less than 48 hours at this point. But we'll see how it goes and see if this is something that, actually turns out to be true. I think Drake beefing with Joe Budden and doing all that stuff is all just to promote the album at the end of the day. I think he potentially, allegedly, might have more stuff to worry about than just Joe Budden. I think he might have to worry about Kendrick Lamar releasing on the same day as him. But y'all tell me how you feel about this and get back to me in the comments, man. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video, man. Peace. Keep it alleged.